So we're about to play more Escape. Actually, Andrew was about to play more Escape. And me after the level he's gonna do.
No.
No. Get back your Legos. Share your Legos. No.
Wait, is there really an audio delay? That's gonna throw me off real bad.
No, I think that's just part of the game in general. It may be something that I just kind of realized.
Okay. Because I mean those sounds really track in my brain when I play this kind of game, or this game in particular.
Yeah. I think it's just one of the menus and stuff.
Okay.
Mainly, yeah.
If that's it, then we're good.
But don't focus too much on the sound, just focus on the action at hand.
But the action and the sound are all kind of tied together.
I know.
Alright. Freaking crabs. I'm a little curious.
What?
I'm a little curious about the sound it makes with those crabs. Sounds like I'm hitting armor.
Oh no. Well, also, Andrew, it's this game.
Alright. Oh, come on. Alright.
You'll still like it. I gave you enough time. You just suck.
There we
You
go.
got a gun.
My hands are a little more in tune today because I haven't played any games this week, so I haven't, like, you know, my hands aren't suddenly used to another control scheme. Oh crap, forgot about that.
How do you know? I always forget how you're supposed to get that. Like, are you supposed to hit the shark, or are you supposed to?
You know, I don't remember. I should probably run away.
Oh no!
Because there's a way to. Oh, duh.
What? Is that how you're supposed to do it?
I think so.
Well, that water has a really impactful sound. Like even the little peas you're shooting,
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know if that's it. I mean,
how did we do it? It's been a long time.
I don't know because you just catch it and I don't even think about how I got it. I don't think that's how you do it though.
Okay. I replaced all your ammo anyway.
Oh, there. Gotcha! It's like Echo! So, what about how Spike's hair is basically like a kind of a reimagining of the original PlayStation mascots, the canceled PlayStation mascots, okay.
And then you ran away.
And
then you just
try not to get hit by that shark. And then you go over under there. Yeah, I thought about it, I was like, I'm wondering if the design of Spike's hair, I mean, Spike's spiked hair,
oh, I just assumed
well,
it
that's
was
just anime
insert
stuff.
random anime character here.
Yeah, I mean, that is part of it, but like, I look at the way it looks and the way the original PlayStation mascot, the Polygon Man, looked. It kind of makes me wonder if Spike was slightly based on that design, a little bit.
Oh yeah, I need the copter to get up here.
Which, fun fact, Polygon Man was the original was going to be the original mascot of PlayStation, but the only role he's had in an official game now is from PlayStation All Stars, where he's the final boss. Well, kind of the final boss.
Yeah.
You only hit him so much, but you could get up there without the copter.
Oh, how?
You had to climb those vines. It may just be easier with the...
I didn't think you could climb the vines. I've never been able to do it. Just from what I can remember.
It's kind of weird the way, you know. But yeah, so
one of these. This is the one I was looking for. That thing.
yeah.
Now let's see if I can do that. So you have to kind of be careful.
Yeah.
Also, I like how you just, as soon as you just walk into the side of the water, it works.
Yeah.
It works quite well. It's just weird.
Yeah. Also, what's Japan's upset? Well, okay, it's not just Japan, but what's the obsession with like poop stuff over there?
Well, you live isolated on an island for thousands of years, and you're bound to get weird.
Yeah. But yeah, cause like there was this whole
oh yeah, that. Oh, yeah.
Cause I noticed in Apescape 2, there's these pig enemies, and they have like swirly heads, and when you look at like the origin thing, or the origin comic within the game, it feels like you combine them with like poop stuff, and that's the reason it's all swirly looking. Or you could use the.
Dang it! I feel like I guess it wasn't one that was easy to do.
Yeah, I definitely noticed that like after this game, the game's definitely got more anime and more cartoonier and had a lighter tone. Not that this one doesn't have a light tone, but like I noticed that this one in comparison, it's destroyed. I noticed this one in comparison to the later ones is like more. I don't know if serious is the right word.
It's darker.
Darker, yeah. Despite, you know, despite this being an E-rated game, and then like you have the sillier one that's a party game, but it's T-rated.
So yeah, that's one of the monkeys I was talking about before. That they just give up.
Yeah.
They don't even try to run away.
But yeah, what about the fact that there's a T-rated Apescape game?
Really? Which one?
Pumped and Primed.
Oh. In Terminator 2, Linda Hamilton's reaction to the thermal blast was genuine as James Cameron used a real nuclear warhead without notifying the cast.
Wait. Yeah, we're definitely not going to be saving it right now, because,
Just why?
well, you know how my recording randomly, I've not been able to figure out why, but we'll randomly be like, actually, nah. I don't want to capture it.
Because you need a new computer.
Well, that's not the only reason. I mean, it should do what it's intended to do. But anyway, the Vor level.
The what?
Or as some call it, the living level. Because you go inside that dinosaur.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if the developers thought it'd be too sexual if it was a female. Anyway, so let's see. Yeah, what about how it's just all quiet out here on the beach? You can get the first two or three monkeys out here. What do you call them?
The bunkies.
The bunkies.
Yeah, the bunkies.
The bunkies. I got it. Can
like
you take over real quick? Because I got to message somebody.
I will. In response to not getting the attention I deserve, I've decided to cause problems on purpose. When we were younger, it took us so long to figure out how to get the fact that we had to get that turtle out. Oh, come on.
Ow.
Get that turtle out here.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's like, screw saving the world. I'm tired. Or maybe he's in the field position.
No, we're... Oh, there you are. Yeah, so I don't understand. These are here, but no monkey ever gets in them.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
Alright, there's one of those. I know there's one here you cannot get until you do get the RC car.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll come back to it later on.
I'll take back over.
And then, you got the bunkie with the bag, or the missiles.
Yeah. Oh, I'll take back over.
These things are annoying. No, I want to get the bunkie with the bag, or the missile pack.
Oh, yeah. Well, you missed a cookie there. Could have,
Yeah, but then the bunkies.
Well, this teaches kids that swimming in stomach acid will kill you.
This also teaches you that Japanese game developers are born with acid already in their brains. They don't even need to take it.
Yeah.
It's just there.
You know, I feel bad for this dinosaur. I mean, its innards are like
Literally has a freaking ship and an infinite supply of barrels. Not really sure how that one happens.
And it's all square inside, you know? I'm sure that's caused at least one kidney stone. Somehow.
Now, where's the one to the pack? Is it down here?
It's down there with the, you know, again, this is a level up that probably started a few fetishes for some kids, but
I don't know if I've ever explored over here.
Isn't that where you came in from?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I just never look at it from that angle.
Yeah, somewhere in that room where there's like a pink room with like things, and that's where
that's where you need the...
Right there's the...
That was where you needed the, Oh boy, here we go. You can sneak on this one, can't you?
You probably can't, well...
no, never mind.
It knows you way too quickly. That one is armed. It's like you got this pink looking room and stuff, and it's just like... just packing heat. But like I said, those things right there probably cause at least one or two fetish type, you know. What are those even supposed to be? Weirdly placed multiple uvulas?
I don't know.
Udders? Inner udders?
Frick!
This bites.
Yeah, those ones they're always pretty tough, at least with what you have at this point in the game. I mean, you get the RC car, or the freaking punching glove, it's a different story.
Yeah.
Dang it.
But yeah, well,
I tried to just as quickly as I could jump in and crouch.
Yeah. If this were a modern game, you know there'd be a jokes of, well, you might have to go up the other way. That's how they put it. Basically trying to get around saying...
See if I can get him that way. Basically, you want to see how far... See if you can get him to stop. Have his little thing go off. Ah, Dookie.
He's a little too crafty.
He's very attentive.
So apparently, if you remember that game that came out called Bugsnax, which originally I thought it was just going to be a PlayStation series, but apparently it's, I mean, it recently came to Switch.
Got it.
Anyway, yeah, there's a game called Bugsnax, and apparently there's going to be a sequel at some point, sometime soon. I can't remember.
Oh,
at least
is it one of those games that's an allegory for something and why we should have socialism? Oh, I love those kinds of games.
Oh, they really speak to me. Oh.
Is it going to be made by Activision and they're going to tell me greedy corporations are bad?
As they're...
Yeah.
As they're being greedy corporation.
Yeah, that's
no,
joke.
it's not made by them, but oh yeah, if we had the thing, we could go through there. Actually, no, I think that's just, I don't remember.
No, that's just if that you just unlock later on.
That's
you
right,
typically never have to do it. Oh.
Yeah. Oh. I think there's no monkey down here unless
There's no bunky.
There's no bunky.
Bunky.
I'll go up there here in a second.
You ever wondered about those people? They don't smoke, yet when that you have to have the glove for.
I know, but like, okay, maybe it's just in the PSP version, but if you do it just right, you can actually grab it without having to.
Oh.
You know.
I never understood.
There we go.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Anyway, what?
You ever met those people? They don't smoke when they, they're normal lungs, but when they cough, I mean, just a regular, there's been no drainage. There's, they don't have a cold, normal day. But when they cough, it sounds like they have bronchitis. I've never understood that.
Yeah,
like a buddy of mine was like that. Like he, not sick when he coughs. He's like, how? How do your lungs sound like that? He didn't live with smokers. He doesn't have lung issues. I'm like, how do your regular coughs sound like that? Like that's what I sound like when I had pneumonia. When I had pneumonia. Because for some reason pneumonia is spelled with a P.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Wait, do you want to take care of them or fight the thing? Oh, there you are. Later in the game, just about every monkey has a gun.
Yeah. As long as I can get there, I might as well just go ahead and go to the end and...
Fight the bunky.
Fight the bunky.
Bunky.
I can go through there already.
Yeah.
This music isn't repetitive at all.
not in the slightest. But it's not, like, annoying.
Yeah, I know. Man, they really studied the insides of dinosaurs, didn't they?
Yeah. I assume that to do this, they actually filmed part of the inside of a dinosaur. They went back in time.
Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, I need it. They only take one hit each.
Yeah.
There's a new. If y'all watch the Golden Bolts video on the history of, or kind of the history of Sonic between 1998 and 2003, I think, or 2000 something. It's kind of interesting because it puts a new perspective on some things, like the crazy, chaotic development history and stuff.
Of Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes, at Sega, and apparently I've learned that who is referred to as the father of Sonic, Yuji Naka, which apparently isn't entirely true. Apparently he's a bit of a dick because he kind of, I don't know, apparently the way he did some things or took credit for certain things that he didn't entirely deserve credit for. What's the reason you're going in there?
Oh, just showing. So here's what doesn't make sense. Why is this water covered up? It wasn't in the demo version. You could jump in the water here in the demo, but
and then you can jump in the water down there.
yeah. I still don't understand it.
It's because of
and I mean, these rooms are pretty unnecessary. It's basically, how do I use a gadget?
Again.
I mean, this is fine. I don't know why I'm doing it, but it's there. I do like the nice memory card sign.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently Yuji Naka, apparently he would also brag about buying multiple, like, sports cars or something.
You're heading towards the Ice Age. It will be extremely cold in this next area. The planet is covered with ice, and in some areas with strong winds, the temperatures will drop below freezing.
Oh, yeah.
But
Apes
no
have
shorts
adapted well to the new
t-shirt
surroundings.
like one of those
Take
guys
full
at school.
advantage of the
Well,
gadgets
actually, he's not quite like one of those guys, because, like you had those people at school, and they would
wear, like,
wear, like, a thick jacket and shorts and sandals. How does that happen?
Because their upper
How does
part,
that make sense?
Because their upper part is
Boop, 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 boop. This water hurts you, by the way.
Yeah.
But he treats it like fire. Like,
It's the same thing, yeah.
it's like fire water, but that's like some kind of alcoholic drink, I think.
Ice burn? I don't know. Isn't that a thing? Ice
Basically, freezer burn.
Freezer burn, that's what it's called.
Wait, what's the point of even coming over here? If you're reading this, you are lost. I've never read that before. Again, Joaquin Phoenix.
Anyway,
You piece of crap.
Ow. Yeah, I don't get it. Why does it hurt you like that bad? Or that much at a time, you know?
Yeah. Here, cookie. Cookie.
But anyway, so yeah, it has a new perspective on some things when it comes to certain Sonic games. The specific ones that the guy talked about was the development of, like, between Sonic Adventure and Shadow the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
And it was interesting. Now, the way he put it is that it sounds like Shadow the Hedgehog wasn't as much of a passion project, and that it was just kind of there to give you something while Sonic 06 was being made.
It wasn't a passion project. There were like 326 different endings. That's not a passion project.
Well, like he said, it sounds like it wasn't like that, but it was just, I'm not saying no. I don't think he made it sound like no one was passionate about it, but like the project overall. Like, apparently, there are also a lot of things that were. Here's the thing about Takeshi Iizuka. He's been kind of over, like the development of Remember It Shoots at You.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I bet that's the
I want the Australian voice acting for this game if there was ever one done.
Yeah. There is British voice acting.
Really? In this one?
Yeah. Apparently in every Ape Escape that came out in Europe and stuff, they have separate voice actors. Because they're so much better than Americans. But I will say about Ape Escape 2, at least. I haven't really heard Ape Escape 3's.
Mm-hmm.
I will say Ape Escape 2, I kind of like the British voice acting better there.
Is it in the PS2 version?
I think it's, well, like
in America.
Okay, I don't think so, but like I think what it is that, okay, so when they released Ape Escape 2 on PS4, or it was still the PS2 game, but like what they did was they released the European version. And we're back with the audio. Anyway, let's see, where was I at again?
The
recording
studio.
Oh yeah, the recording studio. No. So Takeshi Iizuka, I noticed with him, there's been a lot of like, I don't know if contradicting kind of contradicting stuff he would say a lot. I feel like he's trying to say stuff, but doesn't always put a ton of thought into it. Like it feels like he says something to try and please or say something at that time, but like it kind of contradicts what he has said before. That monkey made no attempt to do anything.
How do monkeys set all this stuff up? How do all these bunkies set all this stuff up?
Because they're more advanced than human. Oh no. Oh yeah. Not the Zuka thing. But yeah, on the PS4, they had the they put out the European version of the PS2 of the Ape Escape 2, and that's how we got the British version of like it seems like each region has or each certain countries have certain voice actors or have a certain cast that they have to be in because of the hospital stint. No. Oh yeah, they tell you to break a leg because they want you to get into the cast.
Huh.
Never really thought about that before.
I've got a new gadget.
Check it out. Yeah. Well, we know about that. Anyway, now what's it called again? I'm going for it. Use it. The Sky Flyer is what it's called.
I call it the copter.
Yeah, this was one of the gadgets that was in the demo. This thing that's roughly about halfway through the game is here, or was an early thing that you know. Hey, yeah. How many gadgets do we? No, I can't check every yet. Anyway, probably get rid of the. Let's see.
Smoked brisket, not meth. Well, I agree. Brisket's freaking good, and while I've never had meth, I assume it's not good.
Yeah, anyway. I was trying to concentrate on that thing. No! Yeah, these randomly take like 2 hits to kill them. Those flying whatevers. And also their eyes aren't attached to their head. entirely. Well, you can see out there, these things right here, their eyes aren't exactly attached to their heads. It's kind of weird. Anyway.
Some of these levels have a slowdown issue.
I think that's mainly fixed in the PSP version. I don't remember for sure though. Anyway, what I was gonna say about Bug Snacks earlier is that apparently it's apparently a mix. It's like Ape Escape in a way, but there's also a lot of convoluted things about it. That's all I have to say about that. And then there's some people that have said it's surprisingly deep. It's not I don't think they said it's like an allegory for anything, but it's apparently surprisingly deep in some areas for a game of that concept. We need to keep track of our lives. They can carry 2 to save their lives. If it was me dying on the sidewalk, you'd walk right over me. I'll pass you every day. Like at that moment, his voice really got like that. But actually, I think that's the first time I've ever seen him, unless there's one I haven't paid attention to the whole cast. But I think that's the first movie I've ever seen, or first of anything I've seen that guy in, the Phoenix guy.
There's a video and it says the wife says she's mad, won't talk to me, and the guy starts going around. He unscrews the light bulbs enough where they go out. He tightens all the jars in the fridge. He pops the batteries out of the remote, and then he turns off the little, I don't even know what you call it, basically he turns the little handle there on the side of your toilet that shuts off the water to it.
Yeah. And, what was that about?
It's just a video I saw.
Oh.
Basically, you know, do those kinds of things and see if she needs them.
Yeah. Funky. Yeah. Gotcha. By the way, if we, whenever we make it near the end of this game, we probably should save the last level as its own recording, because that is a long level. If you
not the final level, but yeah,
well, not the final level is just the boss, but
I know what you mean.
Yeah, like that last level takes a long time. So we should probably save that for. How do you go down again? Oh yeah, sorry. So some things.
It was cold last week when we recorded. Now it's 80-something degrees outside. What the frick, East Tennessee? It was 54 when I woke up this morning. And now it's 80.
Yeah, that's East Tennessee weather for you, or Tennessee weather in general. So anyway, what was I gonna say? Boom. Hot Spring.
Hot Springs.
This level's annoying to get up to where you need to go.
Yeah, this level's like... This is one where the lack of render distance really starts to hurt you.
Yeah. See, there's some things that were actually made more simple in the PSP version. Like, you know, since there was a lack of a second joystick, you had, what you did with the gadgets, the way you used them was you just press the button that you have it assigned to.
Right, but how did you aim it?
You use the other stick. Which, I mean, you stop anyway when you use a lot of these gadgets. Most of them you do. So... so some compromises are understandable, and some make it easier in the game. And then some things, like having that lack of one more gadget does make a difference. You know, one more gadget you can have assigned. Because like right here, if this were the PSP version, we could pretty much only have one other gadget that isn't the Stun Club and the net.
The only time you can ever get rid of the Stun Club is when you get to the gadget.
Oh yeah.
After you fight the second to final boss.
Yeah.
It's basically you have to collect every ape to beat the final boss, or to get to the final boss.
Yeah, and that does require having that. There's like a couple of levels, or I think. Oh yeah, there's a couple of levels, 2 or 3 levels, where you have to have that, you know, certain gadget. But yeah, so anyway, going back to what I was saying about the Sonic history thing. I mean, if you watch the video, you can tell better. But like, basically, it's a Golden Bolt, which, you know, as you can imagine, he got that name because he's a big fan of Ratchet & Clank. Apparently, the reason that after Sonic Heroes development, which was apparently very tiring for Takeshi Iizuka, apparently there was a point where, yeah, this is a part that makes it really annoying because that stuff is not well made. Like, they fall down too fast. Anyway, yeah, apparently Takeshi Iizuka was one of the things he was doing the level designs for Sonic Heroes. There was only 2 people working on level designs, and well, one of them got sick, or something happened where they couldn't be there for the rest of it, or something like that. Well,
I do that sometimes, and some playthroughs I don't.
I know, it's yeah. Anyway, there was a point where Takeshi Iizuka was on his own making level designs, and apparently during that time he lost 22 pounds and was not feeling too well after that. So he took a needed break, and he wanted to focus. He wanted to play some like more American-made games. So he was playing games like Jak 2 and Ratchet & Clank Going Commando around that time.
Yeah.
And that kind of sparked the interest for making a Sonic game with that concept. And apparently, this is I can't remember the exact quote, but it's something along. But this is real. Someone asked, "What if Sonic shot up hookers or something like that?" Or something like that.
I wish he would. It'd be hilarious.
And
he would say, "Be gone, thought."
But
Be thou gone, foul harlot.
But what was funny was but like he laughed it off.
Thou woman of the night.
Now apparently he at one point said that he was trying to reach the younger audience with series like Sonic, but then at the same time, Sonic, they set it up to be an alternative to the kid-friendly like Mario, you know.
You got a snappy attitude.
Yeah. But yeah,
wow, this Sonic is in a very strange place.
Yeah. But yeah, so like, and apparently now there is also the thing that Sega got the idea to give a character weapons because kids had apparently emailed Sega asking for them to give Sonic a gun to use.
Those kids understood then.
And so, like, now apparently the first response was with E102 Gamma's gameplay in Sonic Adventure. That was the first response to that.
How many monkeys are in here? 2 at least.
2 or 3. Get that thing over there first.
Yes, slave driver.
I like how there's, I mean, the level is called Hot Springs, but like, I like how it's not until you get like to the end of the levels, basically, before you find the actual hot springs.
Dang it. I guess there's not one out there.
That is so live. But yeah, like, so you have that, and then you have, well, there was a part where there was apparently.
Oh, that's dumb.
And then obviously Sonic Adventure 2's thing is just kind of based off of Gamma's gameplay.
Dang it.
But yeah, so Shadow the Hedgehog basically happened because Shadow was the most popular character at the time, or one of the most popular characters. Like, his popularity was humongous. But here's another thing that apparently contradicted what Iizuka has said before. Apparently they said that Shadow was originally intended to die in Sonic Adventure 2, but then there's another thing where they said, well, another thing he said, well, we wanted to give Shadow his own game ever since we introduced him to Sonic Adventure 2. Though I think there could be some translation issue. I think there might be a thing where during, you know, Sonic Heroes development is when they wanted to give Shadow his own game. I don't remember.
I've been waiting for this for a long time. This is just between you and me.
Oh yeah, this is the one where you use the Sky Flyer.
All right.
But anyway,
Let's go.
why has that become such a big thing now? Like, to say "let's go," you know, not like that, but like "let's go," you know, stuff like that. Like, that's just one of those things, and like, for a while during, like, you have so many family-friendly things. I think they still do it, but like, you have so many family-friendly things during the 2010s that would say like, "This is awesome," you know, like kind of doing that, or "awesome," "amazing," you know. Like, that was such a big thing to have, and like, I think what kind of got on my nerves was like, whenever they would always do the slow version, "This is awesome," because it's just like, yeah, you're gonna say awesome, just go ahead and say it.
This is awesome.
But yeah, so anyway, with Shadow the Hedgehog's development, it's basically, well, Shadow's popular, he is a darker character, this is bullcrap right here. In which you automatically lose the race, of course, if you do that, but,
You're pretty good, but it's not over yet.
anyway, and, I mean, of course I'm gonna go back to that now. I'm gonna finish it. He's not getting away with this. Oh. But anyway.
Dimension X.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, what I was saying was,
Let's go.
yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog's development, basically was, it did kind of feel like a game to, like, I mean, they reused a lot of assets from, it looked like, at least, they used a lot of assets from Sonic Heroes. Just the way it looks. Or they could have just based it off of that. Anyway. But yeah, but yeah, basically, see, this is where precise platform, or like if you were to use D-pad use in a 3D game, that would be the place to do it. And I wish there was a way to reset the stupid level instead of Oh, retry. There we go.
Yeah.
I don't think that was there before, though. I think when it comes to, like, levels, you have to, like, go through it without, you know. Anyway. Precise platforming and like, because honestly, when a game is based around using the D-pad, you know, or the physics of the character depends on that, because that's why sometimes I'll still use the D-pad in some, even in like the Crash Insane Trilogy, I'll sometimes use the D-pad because the game was kind of based around this is bull crap. I'm gonna do it. One more time at least. Let's
go.
But yeah, it's kind of I don't know. It just depends on how it is. I think, but yeah, with Crash, it was kind of built around using the D-pad, like before the PlayStation controller, you know, before they had the version that had the joysticks. You know, using a D-pad, like, and also I noticed while I was playing Gex, I was able to comfortably, for the most part, comfortably use the D-pad.
I do not like using the D-pad in a 3D environment.
It depends if it's an open. If it's a mostly open 3D environment, that's one thing. That's a different thing entirely. Oh my god!
Need to do the
yeah, I know. There you go. But anyway, it feels like you get more air though when you're not jumping and then coptering. Like it feels like just use the copter. Okay. Like it feels like you get more air. It's almost like it's the same amount even when you jump, you know. But anyway, they are here, like, look how straight these lines are, and then, like, they expect you just to, you know, and then Jake goes way ahead of you. Yeah. Anyway,
sometimes I do it immediately, and sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
I'm going for it.
I'm going for it.
Why does he, like, scoot walk?
I don't know. Come on, Jake.
Yeah, he has more like the monkey scoot walk physics.
They probably use that for whatever. That's probably what they use for him too, I guess. Oh, the draw distance. I think, like I said, I think that this draw distance isn't as bad in the PSP version.
Oh, come on.
That's or reset it, Andrew. It's gonna take longer just for this to reset it whenever, you know.
Oh, that's a good point. I forgot.
Yeah.
Man, I pressed R1 and he just didn't move.
Yeah. That's what I can't stand. Like, when you get a game over without, like, being able to reset it and stuff, like, they don't let you pause it. They just rub it in your face that you lost. They keep going. They have multiple loading screens. We're doing this.
Well, I forgot whether or not it auto set you there or on the next level.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But anyway, what I'm saying is that like I hate when any games. Also, why do games why do not all games that have level-based design and not, you know, levels that like, you know, can last between like 3 and 7 minutes or so? Why don't they have a reset button? Like, why don't all games do that?
Oh, that's hot garbage.
Yeah, that's this isn't really well made.
Sometimes when I'm playing through the game, I'll go back through that level, and I don't know why. I just don't have a single issue. And sometimes I go back through, and this stuff happens.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. But anyway,
I'm going for it.
now one thing that like I'm iffy about when it comes to the reset thing. The Sonic games typically have them, but if you reset the level, you lose a life. Like they take away a life, which I'm kind of iffy on that. On the one hand, I can sort of see where they're going with that. On the other hand, that's a bit too punishing for my taste.
That's freaking dumb.
Yeah. That's, you know what I mean though? Like, taking away a life just because you need to reset the level.
Let's go.
Especially in a game where like you get soft locked.
Oh yeah.
And not even like you tried to do something weird and out of order. You fell and you didn't die for some reason.
Yeah. Now that doesn't typically happen in those Sonic games where you lose a life, but still, if say that did happen, it's just like, well, you know. I mean, Little Big, okay, technically Little Big Planet has had the same thing, but they kind of have a different type of life system in that game, because the checkpoints contain the lives.
Why are these paths so narrow?
That's, yeah. Anyway,
old games like this, those paths are difficult, because like even if you hold it in a straight line, the camera will move you.
Yeah. That's what I mean by like.
I guess that's where newer, later games got it a little better, is they didn't always have an active camera.
Yeah, I think that's where Crash comes into play, because like I said, with where you can use the D-pad, if it's a straight line type of situation.
Oh, come on. Oh, that's hot garbage. Basically, I was just trying to crawl, because then you stay more still.
Yeah.
The camera doesn't move you.
That is true.
When you crawl. Which is the same thing in Conker's Bad Fur Day. I had to do that a few times.
Oh boy, yeah. The second half of that game is... or roughly the second half of the game is kind of where the campaign goes downhill.
The controls are where that game goes downhill.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, the controls, they're weird, but like they're doable in the first half of the game. They're, you know... Then the second half, it suddenly shifts to like sort of different gameplay styles.
Which is fine, but the problem is like the aiming and stuff. If you hold, like, it goes against sensibilities when you have a gun.
Yeah.
Like, okay, with a gun in the game, if you just hold back, okay, let's say a zombie's coming at you, your natural instinct is to, well, you know, lean back on the D-pad, or on the analog stick to walk backwards. If you just hold back while holding the gun in that game, you walk backwards in circles.
Yeah.
Like, you don't move away.
Yeah. Have you beaten that game yet?
No, I got mad and stopped. I'm at the first room where you fight teddies in the war area.
Yeah.
And the controls are so bad and unintuitive, I just stopped playing.
Yeah. So that's what I mean, like, that game is extremely memorable, but man, when you actually go back to try and play through the whole thing, it doesn't age as well in that regard.
Spike, we finally located Spectre. We don't know his exact whereabouts, but he's hiding somewhere within the period of the dawn of civilization. His army is growing stronger and larger.
I don't think
and
he's
finalizing his plans for
dawn of
taking over
civilization. I'm pretty sure civilization
Transport
existed
there now
long
and find
before.
it. Time is running out. Hurry.
We gotta stop at the hour mark. I've got someone to call. So 5 more minutes.
So basically after this level, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna be cutting it. So I remember we got here. I think when we rented this game, this is kind of where we stopped. Or no, we didn't stop here, but we got to this level. I don't think we ever beat the boss at the end of this set of levels. But ow. Anyway, at the end of this level, we never beat the boss when we rented this game, so when we finally got it, we're like, you know, this has been a long journey, but we're finally here, and we beat it, and then it's like, oh, there's more to the game. This is quite a long game, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I like these levels. Well, this one and the next one are okay, but when you get to the castle, I think it's when some of the stuff really starts getting good.
Yeah. That's also where you, like, you think Spectre's there. Like, it makes you think that Spectre is there. I know there's monkeys in a separate room, but we'll save that for another time.
Excuse me. It's funny, I started looking at like flashback consoles and, you know, lists of stuff now available on PlayStation Now or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, I can have access to all those games, and I realized, wait, I already own all those games. Like, I own
well, I think part of it is that it's all conveniently in one package, you know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what's funny is that Nintendo, oh boy, they really shot themselves in the foot with whenever they closed the 3DS and Wii U marketplace, they have no plans to bring back the virtual console type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that made so, but that's only if you look at that article that was describing the official Nintendo thing, an article that describes that they have no plan, that, you know, or basically why they're doing things, what they're doing, you know, blah blah blah. Well, there was a piece of the article that's now deleted, but they said they have no plans to bring back, you know, that type of deal. And and people obviously captured it, but they deleted it because they thought, uh-oh. So, yeah, they made a lot of people mad with that. Because not only did people get mad because they didn't do Virtual Console on the Switch, instead they have the subscription service, but now they have it to where they say, you know, oh, well, that's just going to be it, you know, there's no more of that, you know, we're just going to have you only temporarily, you know, as long as you subscribe, you'll have access to these games, you know.
So it's better to go physical as much as possible.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing for me, though. Mm-hmm. When it comes to older games, yeah, I do physical, but there are some games that pretty much require updates when it comes to newer stuff, and I figure it's kind of gotten to a point where it's like, you might as well just do digital, because even the physical game, you have to install it, and then you have to do day one updates and stuff, which is absolutely stupid. But it's there. And yeah, so that's a sour note to end this video on, just this section on. Yep. But it's true. Yeah, there's going to be games that, at least for the moment, I'll probably collect certain games later on as just to display, but...
Actually, I just didn't realize I can go on a little bit longer. Plans just changed. It's just to call a buddy in a foreign country, but...
Alright. Well, I guess we'll end the session, or I guess we'll end the session on what the next level you'll be playing.
Get me there, I got one more reply to give.
Okay. Medieval Mayhem. 8 bunkies.
Bunkies.
Go get 8 of them.
This is like Chinese medieval.
No. What did you assume that?
Yeah, I always assume European medieval because we live in freaking America, the better country. You laugh, but I tell the truth.
Well, yeah, I mean, you are telling the truth, but that's why a lot of people always try to get over here, whether they admit it or not. But yeah, it isn't until the 3rd level of this that you see the more European,
Yeah.
medieval. Was that first one more Japanese?
I guess so.
First one was more Japanese. This is more Chinese.
I don't like those freaking floaty deals.
And back in the day, we always assumed that that was the only Asian countries was Japan and China.
They are the only Asian countries. At least the only ones that really matter.
The only significant one. But anyway,
I mean, you got Vietnam, and they make Chuck Taylors for us, so. But that's really about it.
That's an add-on for.
Yeah, Vietnam was really just a Chinese add-on.
Anyway, let's see.
Ooh, I can make some of the right people really, really mad. Be like, China, Japan, basically the same place.
Yeah, I know. Just like how Australians are basically New Zealanders. And New Zealanders are just
New Zealanders are basically just Australians.
Yeah.
Their accent is no different. What? Kiwis and the kangaroo people, basically the same thing.
But anyway.
See, many of those are predominantly white places, so I don't have to worry about being told I'm being like oppressive or something.
Oh yeah. So anyway,
This part's so weird.
yeah, it's also dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what was I gonna say? I don't know.
Dadgummit.
Basically, this is the best Ape Escape. Would you agree?
That I've ever played.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played every single Ape Escape, but even out of the more traditional ones, there's just, I mean, okay, I haven't really played all the way through, I haven't really played that much of Ape Escape 3, but I've played all the way through Ape Escape 2, and while I came to appreciate it a little more over the years,
Yeah.
I don't know, there's something about this one that just feel, I mean, like, okay, there's things that are...
But I'm sure there's some nostalgia goggles here, but still.
Yeah. But I mean, like, Ape Escape 2 has things that are technically better than in this game. But then there are things that, I don't know, something about it that just doesn't feel as good as this game.
Things got a little too zany in the other ones.
Yeah, that's one thing, and like...
Here I come!
Oh yeah.
Here I come!
I can't remember how they said it in the European version.
Well, I come over there.
Yeah. They also randomly had swearing in the European version.
Awesome.
Not much, but like, even though the game was still marketed for kids in Europe, like I think it may, I don't think it has a 3. I don't think it has a 3+ rating in Europe, but
Europe, a place where for some reason delivering the news topless is totally fine. But oh boy, you got more than a butter knife, you're a danger to society. Please explain that, Europeans. Or, okay, let's go ahead and use the proper term, Euro trash.
Butter biscuits. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
Butter biscuits. I mean, I could definitely go for a good buttery biscuit right now.
Was that monkey just kind of twirling around?
Yeah, I wish you could look in that thing.
I know. Anyway, but yeah, in the European version, there's randomly monkeys will go, damn it, you know, just just kind of Shadow the Hedgehog, but like you'll hear Spectre do that too in the game, and like one of the early bosses, you'll hear that.
I forgot, does Spike show up in Ape Escape 2? I never read it.
I can't remember. You know, for some reason I'm thinking he's an unlockable character, but I could be wrong on that. But he is in the game at the end. Spoilers. But he's not. He doesn't really have significance to the story, so it's not a major plot spoiler.
But that one, that game is not through time, right? It's just the world.
I think so, yeah. And like they do actually mention Spike in the game, and what's funny is that the clips they show are from the.
Did I say Jake? I meant Spike.
No, you said Spike.
Okay.
I think. But like Spike is They actually mention him in the in Ape Escape 2. What's funny is that they show the Japanese version of the PS1 game when they mention him. You know, I wouldn't mind if this game went multi-platform. It would be weird now, but like...
I would like to see this game done the same with like re-recorded audio.
Yeah.
With a good voice for Spike, because this voice is very fitting for Spike. Nothing high-pitched at all. If they could do that, but like, you know, put it in like the latest Unreal Engine or something.
Yeah.
But even keep the same control scheme. Well, maybe a little cleaned up.
Maybe cleaned up version of it.
Maybe make the camera a little cleaner, but like...
Make sure the draw distance of the fog is definitely enough chicken.
Yeah, actually make the draw distance worse. That's how you know. Oh, okay, sorry. We need an 8-bit version because 8-bit's always bad.
We gotta have the 8-bit allegory for something.
Or just make the game complete trash and like act like it's the greatest thing ever, like Limbo.
Or Inside.
Dang it.
Yeah, I remember Inside.
I don't know Inside.
Inside is basically like almost like a 3D version of Limbo. I mean, you don't move around. You don't move around in 3D, but you do.
Basically, it comes down to one of my issues in gaming: experience games.
Oh yeah.
It's an experience.
It is also a puzzle game, but yeah, I know it is a.
Puzzle's fun, but like there's puzzle and there's puzzle experience.
Yeah. Experience. Like I remember this one game, but Inside has like, there's certain places that give it like a 10 out of 10 and stuff. I'm just like, this is not a 10 out of 10 game. This is far from a 10 out of 10 game.
What was the game series on the PS2 that was like puzzle gameplay, and the character looked like a ripoff of Jack from Jak and Daxter? It was like a puzzle platformer. Remember what I'm talking about? It was on PS2, and I'm pretty sure there was one on PSP.
I'd have to see
You know what I mean? Like, if you saw the art, you'd be like, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I'd have to see it, but I
never actually tried it, but I've never seen the box a lot. Great.
And this is probably where we're going to end it, folks. So, well, here in a bit. But yeah, experience games, I really feel like they don't need to be charged as much as they are usually. I remember playing this one on Vita that was literally just a walking simulator. And the graphics were stylized. It was 3D, but they had like 8-bit look to them and stuff. And I was bored out of my mind. I did not like at all what I was playing, quote unquote. And I remember seeing people being like, oh, it's a good game, it's a great game, it's experience, oh, it's so deep, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, there's just nothing to it. And I wouldn't call those games as much. I mean, they're more so games than interactive or visual novels, but you know. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Shadow the Hedgehog is definitely better than visual novels. And,
Well, it's not hard to be better than a visual novel.
that's true.
A physical novel is better than a visual novel.
Visual novels are basically DVD menus. But anyway,
Yeah, but at least DVD menus were novel at the time.
I get it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Any parting words, Andrew?
Ack, attack.
Ditto.